All right, so tonight in the NBA, we've got a matchup that's really a tale of two completely different trajectories. On one side, you have the Chicago Bulls, who are in an absolute free fall, and on the other, the Denver Nuggets, who just look unstoppable. Okay, let's break down this collision course.
And yeah, right away, the core conflict here is just crystal clear. You've got the slumping Chicago Bulls kind of struggling just to keep their heads above water at .500. And then you've got the surging Denver Nuggets who have looked pretty much unbeatable to start the season. So let's get a little more specific about these opposite streaks, because it's pretty dramatic. One of these teams is just soaring with confidence, while the other is, well, they're desperately searching for answers after a really promising start completely fizzled out. First, let's talk about Denver. I mean, their dominance is something else. They're riding a 7-game winning streak, and as you can see, they are a perfect 6-0 at home. They are just not losing in their own building right now. Now, flip that coin over and you get the Bulls. It's a total reversal of fortune. They started the season a blistering 5-0. Looked great, but have since just collapsed, losing 6 of their last 7 games while trying to survive this absolutely brutal Western road trip. And you want to know what makes it even worse for Chicago? They're playing on the second night of a back-to-back. And not just any back-to-back, but one that comes after a grueling double overtime marathon loss to the Utah Jazz. Fatigue is going to be a massive factor for them tonight. All right, let's dig into the numbers, because they tell an even starker story about just how different these two teams are. Okay, so what's really interesting here is the clash in philosophies. Both teams can definitely score. The Bulls are putting up 121 a game, the Nuggets are over 124. But look at the defense. The Nuggets are a top 5 defensive team, allowing just 111 points. The Bulls, yikes, they rank 22nd, giving up over 121 points per game. And just look at Denver's field goal percentage, a league-leading 50.6%. I mean, that is just elite efficiency. So here's the key takeaway. While both offenses are really good, Denver's ability to actually get stops creates a massive gap. This chart shows it perfectly. See? The offenses are pretty similar, but that defensive difference, that's a chasm. That's the statistical edge that really defines this whole matchup. But you know, stats don't win games, players do. And tonight's game is absolutely packed with superstars who are going to try to impose their will on the outcome. Let's see who's got the edge. For Denver, it all starts with their big three. You've got the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokić, who is literally the hub of everything you do. Then there's Jamal Murray, who is just a lethal scorer from all over the floor. And Aaron Gordon, who brings that crucial two-way impact as a versatile forward and a lockdown defender. And we have to just stop and appreciate what Nikola Jokić is doing right now. The man is averaging a triple-double with almost 29 points per game. These are historic video game numbers. He's not just a scorer or a rebounder, he's the entire offensive system. It's almost impossible to quantify his impact. On the other side, the Bulls are led by their high-octane guard play. Zach LaVine is that explosive scoring engine, a threat to go off from anywhere at any time. And you know, a huge storyline for them is the return of Coby White tonight. His scoring off the bench could be the exact spark they so desperately need right now. So beyond the stars, there are always these wild cards, things that can completely change how a game plays out. Let's look at the X factors that could really shake things up tonight. And this is the biggest question mark hanging over the entire game. Nikola Jokić is listed as questionable with a left wrist sprain. I mean, think about it. If the reigning MVP can't go, it fundamentally changes everything for the Nuggets and opens a massive door for the Bulls. So the injury report tells a really fascinating story here. The Bulls get a huge boost with Coby White coming back. Meanwhile, the Nuggets are already missing a key defender in Christian Braun, and their superstar status is up in the air. This could seriously level the playing field.
But Chicago has to deal with an opponent that never gets injured and never takes a night off: the altitude. Seriously, playing a mile high in Denver just saps the energy out of visiting teams, especially a team like the Bulls that's already gassed from a double overtime game last night. This could be a huge factor in the fourth quarter.
So given all these factors, how does each team actually win this thing? Let's break down the tactical chess match and the specific keys to victory for both sides. Well, the paths to victory are pretty clear and they're very different.
For the Bulls, they have to turn this into a track meet, use their guards, force turnovers, and score in transition before Denver's elite defense can even get set. For the Nuggets, it's all about methodical execution. They're going to look to dominate with that nearly unstoppable Jokić and Murray pick and roll, an action that forces defenses into impossible choices, and they'll punish the Bulls on the glass for second chance points. And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? Is Chicago's sheer desperation to snap this losing streak enough to fuel a shocking upset on the road? Or will Denver's dominance, combined with the punishing effects of the altitude, just prove to be too much for a tired Bulls team to handle? We're going to find out tonight.